When we are talking about the earnings, what did you make of Jio financial numbers this time around? That's another one that everybody is keeping a keen eye out on. And of course, apart from this, what would your big expectations be from the big boy Reliance Industries today?
In terms of GOC, I think to expect quarterly numbers to be something great right now would not be very sane. It's a long-term story. I think in the long term, the way the whole ecosystem has been set up for them is very interesting. I think the funnel is more or less ready. They just need to push through the products to that funnel regularly. That's the case with Reliance as well. But with Geo, I think the total ecosystem that they have developed is very substantial in terms of the Kirana network, in terms of the payment banks that they can push through, the JV with the mutual for the mutual funds, etc., and advisory. I think all that is very attractive, but NBFCs or any kind of BFSI business is gradually a slow trade. You don't really pick up. Maybe Geo does it faster than most others because the broader infrastructure or the reach is already ready, so they might push it through at a faster clip. But if you are in waiting for something to happen on the quarterly results over the next 1, 2, 3 quarters, I think you could be in for some disappointment. There would be more or less, steady, stable kind of numbers, not much happening. But once all these plans are in place, I think long term over the next 2 to 3 years, this could certainly be something that I would love to watch on. But if you have a lesser time horizon, say 1, 1.5, 2 years, I don't think you're going to make a lot of money out of this stock based on quarterly numbers, etc. Because most of the businesses are in the initial stages. And as they scale up over the next 3 to 4 years, I think there is substantial money to be made here. A lot of re-rating can happen. But immediately, I think maybe it's fully to fairly valued. Initially, we were working with targets of 350, 400. It's already there. And I think based on the current holding that they have and the valuation that works out, even if they get 4 times price to book, 5 times price to book, it's roughly fully valued. I don't think there's much scope from here and not much to read out of the quarterly numbers. They're still very nascent. Regarding Reliance, I think again the refining margins have been more or less stable, so they should do good. Geo and the retail side has been doing very well. I think even the FMCG launch has been very well. The products have picked up very good pace in a very fast time frame because of the distribution reach, etc. Where again Reliance has got an edge. And I think most of the products for Geo, I think ARPU improvements over the next 1.5, 2 years. That's the mood across the telecom industry that could drive substantial improvements. Though it would be better for Reliance because most probably Geo has already taken some improvements on the table while Bharti is still to take most of it. And the O2C business and your refining business should more or less be stable. The driving thing could be how they plan the whole renewable space and the new energy space or the hydrogen space and how they speak about the commitment there and developments there. That could result in some improvement. In terms of value, I think 3,100, 3,000, that's roughly the value SOTP that we are putting onto it. The upside trigger could come from the renewable business or the alternate energy business, how they shore up the plans there. And I think long term, Geo and retail should drive. They've already become substantial parts of the SOTP. Barring that, there are a lot of small startup investments. They would gradually pick up. But more or less, you can expect, a 10, 11% kind of top line growth this quarter as well.